lawmaker that faces backlash for proposed bill to protect LGBTQ children from abusive parents.
This one is very complex and nuanced
Mhm.
because it's really hard to see both the positive and the negative and try to come down solid on one side of this. So, Virginia State Delegate Elizabeth Guzman wanted to introduce this bill, and it was in response to Governor Youngkin's, moral education policy that would block transgender students from protections in school. The legislation would expand the state's definition of child abuse to include inflicting physical or mental injury on the basis of the child's gender identity or sexual orientation. It was characterized as criminalizing parents who do not affirm their child's gender identity or sexual orientation. So the conservative media got on this and basically said this is just a bill to outlaw parents who reject transgender kids. And it basically criminalizes those individuals. But the back and forth on this has been, pretty much it's been bipartisan. Democrats and Republicans have criticized this proposed bill because the language of it was it's an overreaching language. So this is tough. Okay, this is hard. This is going to be this is a tough fight. I can see where she's coming from, but at the
Yeah.
same time, this has been influenced by conservative media to be blown completely out of proportion.
Well, yeah, and the thing is we've got to remember that for the laws that go into effect in our land, we need them to be written well. We need them to be realistic and not only realistic to the needs, but also to like what is actually happening, what can be done, those sorts of things. So if a bill that is positive for us for the most part has a lot of that overreaching language, oversimplifies things, and leaves things really vague where a lot of stuff can be interpreted, then it's a bad bill and we need to look at it and rewrite it. You can't push, you can't fight for positive legislation when the legislation isn't written well. Like, we still need it
Yeah.
to be written well.